Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. It is Friday, August 30th. Wow. 2019. This year is just flying by. All right, people, look, a lot of stuff to talk about, and some of it is almost too stupid to be stupid. Let's start off with this. As I am doing this video blog, there is another kind of a rally going on. Stocks are higher across the board. Where they end at the end of the day is anyone's guess. But we're watching a slow motion train wreck, and I want to expound on this a little bit. I did a video a couple of days ago. I explained to you that we have a major diversion occurring here with the yield curve, which continues to invert. Despite what you're hearing from the mainstream media, I want to cover that in a second. This is a major warning sign. We have stocks moving higher, and the yield curve continues to invert. Now, you know, the last meltdown was not that long ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday, and I'm sure most of you do too. We're hearing the same exact rhetoric out of the mouths of the mainstream financial talking heads that we heard back then, and they're parading out many of the same people. Don't worry about the yield curve. It's fine. Our economy is strong. I mean, it's a mirror image. What they're saying is exactly the same. They told us last time to ignore the yield curve. Our economy was strong, and we're hearing the same thing now. It's identical. They think people don't remember these things, but, you know, it really wasn't that long ago. Honestly, decade, a little over a decade, it's not that big of a deal here. But they think you're stupid, and you need to be distracted, you need to be spoon-fed the lies. Now look, what do we all know? I mean, it's just so ridiculous. The bond market is the largest aspect of this market, and it's never wrong. Everything values or derives value from what's happening in the debt market. Pretty much everything is a derivative of, the price action of everything is a derivative of what's occurring in the debt market. The debt market is screaming full-blown debt crisis, people. And what are we hearing yet again? And I want to cover this too. We're hearing that the only way to fix this is to massively inflate the debt, cut the federal funds rate. Let me explain this to you right now. What are you not hearing from any Democratic presidential wannabe or the president himself a way to fix the situation? All they know is to expand the debt and create more debt slaves. So explain this to me. How is that freedom? How is it freedom when the American people and the people of the world, because every world leader is doing the same things with their central banks? Oh, we have to inflate. We must inflate. We have to lower rates into the negative. We have to print cash out of thin air. We have to buy everything in sight. Honest to God, how is it that we are being led by morons and presidential wannabe morons who are not smart enough to understand that somebody out here has to break out of this debt cycle? Now, candidate Trump had it right. This is why I voted for the guy. Big fat ugly bubble, Fed supporting the market. You know, he had it right. Not the same guy in the White House right now. We all know that. And again, how is it freedom for a president of the United States to call for debt expansion, to force the middle class to subsidize the stock market? Does that sound free to you? It doesn't sound free to me at all. Anyway, there are some that believe that's true freedom. Debt slavery is true freedom. You know that, right? You can't make this stuff up if you try to. But again, there are those linear thinkers in the box, and not one Democratic candidate right now has it right. Nobody right now, not the President of the United States, nor anyone running, has a clue as to what to do. Even Rick Santelli, he said the President of the United States has little to no understanding of the debt market. That is frightening to a very high order. And I don't think any of the Democratic candidates have a clue either. I mean, they're absolutely clueless. There's zombies leading the zombies across the stage. You got to laugh. You got to laugh at the whole damn thing. But this is not the way to freedom, by creating more slaves to debt, by creating nation debt slaves, by bailouts, by bail-ins, which are coming, mass debt expansion, dollar devaluation, dollar intervention. That's what President Trump is calling it. Quantitative easing won't work. You know, it's literally like, and I've said this before, it's like, you know, you're walking along a beach, you see some poor guy drowning, you say, hey, let me pick up that bucket, let me throw some water on him. Yeah, that's going to help him. He's going to survive this one. No, you're succeeding in killing the man. It's unbelievable. But that's where we have a full-blown debt crisis. We have bonds and stocks colliding here, a major diversion occurring, and the party must go on. And it will. Before this inversion happened, before it happened, when I was ridiculed and people told me the 2 to 10 was never going to invert. Greg, it's never going to happen. You're out of your mind. I'll bet you $100,000 this literally happened. More than one person has bet me various amounts of money that this would never happen. Imagine if I would have taken those bets. I knew it was going to happen. I don't want to take anyone's money. So, but it's just so obvious. And this is going to get much worse. Where's Peter Navarro? Hey, Peter, where are you? Yeah, it's inverted. So, what I was explaining is this yield curve inversion, again, didn't mean stocks were going to melt down. I covered this before it happened. So what we're seeing now should be no surprise to you. Who else covered it like that? Who else out here on YouTube covered it like that, explaining to you that, number one, we would get an inversion. Number two, stocks would more than likely rise because we have a lag time. That's exactly what we're seeing here. And there are more people calling out for a possible snapback in the debt market. It's going to happen. That's the big one. The big one is when we get a snapback in the debt market. We have a 30-year right now. It's incredible if you think about it, yielding less than dividends that are being paid by companies. It's an incredible thing. Last time we saw this was the meltdown. So open your freaking eyeballs. Understand that you are being enslaved by debt, by mass debt expansion, by the president in the United States, and you're also being duped. The whole thing right now, this is just to get a truce, not to win a damn thing. We're not going to win a damn thing. Let me tell you this. If the president gets us a good deal with regard to China, I will make an entire video series about how the president won in China. And, he's a great man. So there's the challenge to Mr. President out here. Get us a great deal, not a truce. You know, there are people arguing with me right now. If you would not believe this, they're telling me that a truce is a win for the president. How would that be? Maybe a truce would be a win for the president for the stock market, because the stock market would go up. So maybe that's what they mean? Because I don't see a truce as a win here. It's just a recycle. We had a truce. Didn't work out too well. I can't imagine how a truce would work again. How that would be successful. We want a deal. We need a deal. And yes, I am happy that the president is going after China. Something has to be done. They are intellectual property criminals. There's no doubt about it. But, and other things. But the truth of the matter is we're going nowhere. We're going around and around in circles. We're being lied to over and over again. The cycle of, great, things are going real well. Gonna get a deal soon. No. Repeat over and over. Now they're just recycling a truce. You gotta be kidding me. How is this a win? Explain to me, whoever out here is going to tell me that this is a win for the president, because I obviously am dense. I don't see a truce as a win for the president. I don't see anything as a win for us, regardless of the president or any of these Democratic hopefuls who are only calling about enslaving us all under more debt than we're in now. We are in a full-blown crisis, people. It's insane. You gotta laugh your freaking ass off. Does anybody have one functioning brain cell? You really gotta wonder. You gotta wonder. Alright, look, this guy loves you a lot. Please share this video. Get it out there. And I'll see you at the end of this